All right, I got a verse. It's a good one. And all this week, it's just going to be crazy. Let's go. And what I mean by crazy this week is that most YouTube videos or videos that are aimed at helping you are going to have you look at your strengths, right? Like, how good are you at that? Let's exploit that. Let's build that up and all of that. Now, all week, a lot of these are going to kind of lean more towards looking at our weaknesses and with the goal that we don't rely on ourselves, but that we rely on God, right? This is one of the big things about Christianity that kind of differentiates it from some other faiths and other religions. First of all, it's not really a religion, right? Christianity is a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's the power of God working in our lives. God loves us even though we don't deserve it. And that's part of what we're going to talk about today. What we do and how we see ourselves could be considered foolish by other people because, again, it's so much in other systems, and really every other system. It's about you being good enough, right? It's about what you do and climbing up the ladder closer to God, getting better and better and more acceptable to God, with the hope that you'll get to a place where He accepts you because of who you are. We look at the opposite, like at your worst, as an enemy of God, He died for you. And so let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27. Paul says this. He says that God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. And now he's talking about, people being wise and having wisdom and all these other things, and how the wisdom of the cross, right, the message of the cross, it's kind of folly to those who are perishing, right? But to those who are being saved, it's the very wisdom of God. It's this power of God. It's awesome. And so what he's saying is, this isn't a self-help wagon that you jump on, but this is a God saving us situation, man, that we enter into, that God brings us into, and how He saves us. And God didn't choose, if you look at the disciples, if you really go back to the Old Testament, God did not look for the best of the best. In fact, He warned against that. Because when you are full of yourself, well, you're full of yourself. And there's very little room for anybody else but you if that's how you think. And He's saying, okay, so that's why He works this way. Because God knows how we are because He wired us. And so He chooses what's weak. He chooses people that you would be the last one to expect. I fall into that category. What I do here on this channel, you can go back and watch hundreds of videos that I've done on here, and the word polished is probably not going to come up. That's okay. Here's the thing. I still try to do the very best I can. I still try to focus and write and work on it. But I think part of why I don't super edit everything to take out the ums and the ahs and the mistakes I make all the time. Well, because it's real, and I want you to I'm just talking. We're talking, right? And that's what I want this to be. And so God is, so if you feel kind of foolish, if you feel like weak, God's going, look, I can use that. I can use you, because He is the one that gives us His power, His strength, His ability. It's His message, and it's a perfect one. Think about this. Whenever I preach and someone's like, hey, good sermon, pastor, I'm like, man, I have the best things to work with. The good news about Jesus is what I get to talk about week after week, day after day. It's awesome. I love it. There's no greater thing that I could be devoting my life to and spending my time talking about, and that's what Jesus has done, how He's forgiven me and given me life and hope and salvation. And I'm praying that you click into that and go, yeah, man, I want in too. I want that to be who I am and what I am about, regardless of what my kind of potential is at the front end. God works with us. God gives us the gifts that we need, right? So let's get after that. I'm Pastor Fred. This is The Follow Through. Great to have you with us. Hit that subscribe button and share this with somebody, and we'll see you tomorrow for another one.